Is Pakistan facing an internal crisis in Khyber-Pakhtunkhwa? Do you believe we could see a Taliban incursion into the rightful Pashtun lands? There, there there's a problem in the region, no question about it. Pakistan is facing problems in Khyber-Pakhtunkhwa. They're also facing problems in Balochistan. Now, understand this properly. The Taliban are not a professional army. They are trying to professionalize their military, but they're not a fully professional military the way the Pakistani military is. I'm not saying the Pakistani military is as professional and as proficient as the Indian military. We saw the difference in quality in May, Operation Sindoor. So we don't need to compare Pakistan with India. Let's keep that out of our minds. But the Pakistani military still is a professional military. And if there is an actual war with the Taliban will be defeated 100 times out of 100. Please understand that. Okay? A Taliban incursion into the rightful Pashtun lands? No. And I'll tell you why. So most Indians will not know about this. But the Taliban receives a stipend of between 30 to 80 or maybe $100 million in cash per week from the US. You heard that right. The Taliban receives a weekly stipend from the US. Various figures have been put between 30 to $100 million in cash per week. So when you are receiving a stipend from the US, a weekly stipend, you are a US vassal in some way. Not in all ways, but in some ways. So you must know perhaps that before the Americans handed power to the Taliban, there was a Doha deal, a secret deal between the US and the Taliban. All aspects of the deal have not been made public. Only some aspects of the deal have been made public. There are some secret clauses to the agreement which are secret. So what is that? We don't know. So the Taliban has an understanding with the US. The Taliban probably they have been told that you can take this country, you can do whatever you wish with it, you can impose Sharia law, you can do whatever, but certain things you cannot do. Maybe you can't invade Pakistan. Maybe you can't allow Pakistan, you can't allow China to create the China-Pakistan economic corridor or the Belt and Road initiative through Afghanistan, and don't allow the Chinese to invest in your whatever sector or whatever, that sort of thing. And as long as Taliban does that, they keep receiving this stipend from the US, which allows them to run their country in some sense of comfort. So when the Taliban has such an arrangement with the US, and when Pakistan is a US vassal, do you imagine that Taliban will end up invading Pakistan? Not going to happen.